What's up guys, welcome back to another video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is James Blissett. I'm a professional gambler and founder of Lucrative MMA, which is my handicapping service where I help people make money from betting on MMA. And today I want to speak to you about something that plagues a lot of sports bettors in today's markets. It's something that can harm your bottom line, and it's something you have to understand if you want to make money from this game. So what I'm talking about is small bets, or what some people like to call sprinkles, pokes, or flutters. There's many names for them, but basically they are when you take a small portion of your bankroll and you place it on a specific outcome. If your normal stake was 1 unit, then these bets I'm referring to today would be 0.1 units, 0.2 units. So these bets make up a very small percentage of your bankroll stake, but they can actually affect you in a big way. Too often I see gamblers use these bets as throwaway bets. They think these small bets don't matter. They think that this is throwaway money. They think that since they're not risking a lot of money, it's not going to make a big difference to their bottom line. But the truth is, small bets do matter, and they add up quite heavily over time. There's nothing wrong with making small plays. I do it too. I'm guilty of it. It's a viable way to make money in sports betting, but I only do it when I feel there is real value in the bet. The problem comes when you're taking small shots on bets simply for the fact that it's a big number. This big number portrays something that I like to call the illusion of value, but in reality, there's very little value, if any value at all. To give you an example of this, I'll speak about something from the MMA markets, because those are the markets I gamble on. People will bet kickboxers to win via submission just because they have a massive number. You know, fighters that have never grappled before, fighters that have never got a takedown before, never gone for a submission before. People will still bet on these fighters to win via submission just because the number is huge. You know, I've seen a lot of people play Jamal Hill via submission at plus 1,000 just because it's plus 1,000. Now, Jamal Hill is an MMA fighter, right? But he mainly likes to strike. He's got very good boxing and he does decent with his kicks. He's never got a takedown in the UFC and he's never gone for a submission in the UFC. But people will still bet on him to win via submission in his next fight at odds of plus 1,000. Now, plus 1,000 has a win probability of 10%. When the bookies put out a plus 1,000 line, they're basically saying that that specific outcome is gonna happen 10% of the time that this event happens. But if you think about the Jamal Hill example, Jamal Hill via submission at plus 1,000, that's hardly ever gonna be value in my eyes until I actually see him actively pursue grappling in the UFC. So people will take a half a unit shot, a quarter of a unit shot on this plus 1,000 number, thinking that it's a good bet because plus 1,000 is simply a big number. But in reality, the true win probability of this bet should be closer to 5%. This means that the bet wasn't worth the risk, even though it looked good on paper. People will put a lot of time, effort, and thought before placing their bigger bets. But when it comes to a half a unit shot on a plus 1,000, they won't blink an eyelid. They'll just see the big number, get carried away, and place the bet. It's important to understand that these sprinkles will add up in the long term. And like any bet that has a negative expected value or minus EV, they will cost you money. So it's absolutely crucial that you do your due diligence before you're placing these small bets. Treat it like a big bet. Do the same amount of research on a half a unit, a quarter of a unit shot as you would for a bigger bet, for a 3 or 4 unit shot. I know it can be tempting to take small shots on big numbers, but we have to stay disciplined if we want to earn real money from this game. So make sure you do your research and make sure you're getting real value on any bet you place, no matter how big or small it is. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one.